So like way back March 12th or 13th-ish, I can't remember the exact dates because I mean it's May and I didn't know it was May. So we ended up hearing the announcement that Ontario was going to be closing all their schools for additional 2 weeks post March break. So anybody coming back from travel was going to be self-isolating. So this is when it was started to kind of click to me that things were changing. And then we started hearing words such as state of emergency, pandemic, being a health and safety advisor for an emergency medical service that was going to operate 24/7 and be the first call to any presumptive or positive COVID patients. For me, I just knew that health and safety was going to be paramount. It was going to be the forefront of this pandemic, and we were going to face challenges. I wasn't sure what they may be, like in terms of supply and demand, personal protective equipment, ensuring that we had updated protocols, processes. Like everything ran through my head really quickly. And honestly, my first thought was just our number one resource, which is the people, like our staff.
Mm-hmm. I came, I've been on health and safety for many years now. I've been the co-chair for like 2 years now, maybe?
Okay, so at least.
And I just got back from Antarctica. I was counting penguins, like, such a good job. And then came back, and it was the pandemic had just been announced. I got back in just in time. I didn't have too much time to think. It was like feet were running as soon as the plane landed, basically. And I was on the phone with Cindy right away. And then the texts started coming, and in 2.5 weeks, I got almost 10,000 text messages from our workmates. Got even more phone calls, Facebook messages. A lot of them I couldn't answer right away. A lot of them I needed Randy and Cindy to help me. A lot of them I leaned on my health and safety committee, like exponentially. Like what an amazing committee. So like John Bernarski, Derek Scott, Jordan Martin, and Tim Cares. Like, my God, I couldn't have managed this time without you guys. Absolutely. I learned so much about each of you. Like, I have like a researcher. I have like the thoughtful person. I have the guy that grounds me every time, like checks my reality. And I just don't, like, I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So I'm super thankful that I have you guys. I'm super thankful that we have such a cooperative group. Like our health and safety committee as a whole is amazing.
It was so cohesive. I found it so easy. So my first was anxiety and how we're going to do all of this in such a short time and make sure we're doing the best. And I never had a doubt. Even after our first meeting, I think we all had a plan and we all just branched off, and there was so much trust within that team to be able to work on these things and start distribution, start getting out policies, start getting the bulletins ready, start posting up bases, the screening tools. We pounded the pavement for days doing physical distancing at the bases, the locations for Purell stations, the screening tools. So all super valuable things, but I know that wouldn't have got done if it was just put on to one or two people. It was a true team effort, and that's I'm so proud of that, because that's what it takes to have a good internal responsibility system. Is you have to have management, you have to have union reps, you have to have your workers come together and work collaboratively, and we did that so well. And there was times when you're saying 10,000 text messages, my phone didn't stop for weeks. And a lot of them were great ideas, even just putting forward suggestions or recommendations that we really took into consideration to build the plans that we did. And that built that large FAQ.
Yeah,
big
FAQ.
Which was going to start out as 10 top questions.
Yep.
And
we can narrow it down to just 10.
Yeah. So I guess as a whole, health and safety has proven to be paramount and in the forefront, but I think we managed it really well with a lot of different support, and we can't say enough about our staff. Thank you so much for being a part of that and for really being determined in your jobs and looking after one another too, and coming forward when you needed anything at all.
Yeah, and a huge shout out to Justin as well. I know the Fleet Logistics guys just sing your praises all the time. Your ability to acquire stuff when we were making requests was super impressive. And there's even some people like, just paramedics with boots on the ground, and they called and said, my husband works at Canadian Tire. They have, this much Purell. My spouse works here. My whatever works there. Like,
Shout out Robin Clark.
Robin Clark. But I don't know, so many people stepped up to be helpful, and we really appreciated when people came with solutions to problems that they were experiencing, because it alleviated some of the problems that we were having too, right? So when we didn't realize that, we never thought that this was going to happen. We never thought that we were going to be in a global pandemic. And, everybody relates back to SARS, but then we realized that over half the workplace has no idea or didn't experience that. And, their experiences were different too, because we had H1N1 and we had all the other things, so this is just kind of the beginning. We're not through this yet. We have no idea how long this will go on for. And so we just hope that everybody will continue to work together. I'm confident that our committee will continue to be awesome. And we didn't lower any standards.
Ever.
Yeah, we kept true to every standard that was put out by the WHO.
Even if it meant fit testing you, and then fit testing you again, and then maybe fit testing you in the future. You were good sports about it, but it was all for your protection. So I hope you understood that. And if anything, I had enjoyed seeing a lot of faces that I hadn't seen in a long time too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But so thanks, Sin.
Yeah, thank you, Leela, and thank you to all of you out there. And your health and safety is the most important thing to us, and we're so glad that we've been able to work together like this.
Yeah.
Take care and continue to be safe, guys.
Yeah. We would like to thank so many of the community groups and people in the community and businesses, reams of flowers, food, thoughtful cards, posters, signboards. Like, we appreciate it all. We really, really appreciate your support.
You're gonna make me cry. Not kidding. But seriously, because just them outside of the Niagara Falls base with their thank you signs, like the little kids.
Yeah.
And we see chalk drawings on driveways and all these positive messages. And it's honestly, besides our staff and everybody here, that's really fueled us through this.
Yeah. It's so appreciated.
It's been amazing for our own mental wellness and
our morale. It's so appreciated. I can't even say that enough.
Thank you so much.
Love it all. Thank
yeah,
you so
I don't
much.
think there'll ever be enough words or anything we could ever do to make you understand how that kind of boosted us through this. And, the days where some of us were working 12, 16, 18 hours, it was all for you, community and our staff.
And often it's a thankless job. Being on health and safety, people don't realize what you're doing. Most of the time, being a paramedic or an SSC or one of our support services, it's a thankless job. You just do it because it needs to be done. You do it so that we can help the people in the community. We're glad we could be here for you guys. And those shout outs and those thank yous, they do mean the world.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound.